Welcome, how's it going? We're doing Lenormand tonight. We should have done it this morning, but I was extremely lazy. And I broke my coffee cup. So, we're doing it tonight instead. Okay, what kind of cardstock is that? Yeah, that's true too. All right, wait for everybody to join. Tatiana, hello. How is it going? Hello again, indeed. Hello again to you too. So, wow, that is really washed out colors there. I need to turn off the overhead lamp and just use the lights in here. Wow, look at the color difference. When I turn off the overhead lamp, look at how colorful they are now. It is interesting. I'm going to see if Jay calls me. There you go. Happily Ever After. Welcome, Haiti. It's good to see you. Rachel, it's good to see you. Happily Ever After. White Unicorn. It's good to see everybody. Everybody's coming in. Larry, what's up? Larry, I'm going to have to increase the brightness a bit. I clicked configure video and nothing's happening. That is really weird. It's like the camera's not working. Is the camera working? Yes, it's working. Oh, it's because I clicked on the wrong thing, I think. All right. So let me double click it and configure video, and still nothing's happening. So sure, we'll just roll with it. Rowan's Impressions, hello. Light with Lynn. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing great. How are you? I did break my coffee cup this morning, but I went and bought another one. Target had a clearance section. And inside the clearance section were coffee cups. I was like, this is amazing. This is perfect. So I got one for $1. Rowan's Impressions. I wonder what is in store for me. Hello, everyone. The cam is working. It's good to know. TTV, thank you so much. Happily Ever After. What is going on? Rachel, good to see you again as well. Darcy's here. Yonsei is here. White Unicorn is here. And everybody is checking in there. Karina, welcome. NC, hey, how's it going? All right, how much will I suffer spiritually and creatively working at a job with my relatives are forcing me to do? Well, that's not good at all. My mom is in a facility with 8 confirmed cases. What should I be doing to help her or help myself? Let's see. What are they going to be? Thank you for your donation, Haiti. Welcome. Thank you very much. Am I going to see Jay now? Stay with him 2 days. Want to see how that's going to be. Oh, okay. You're going to stay with him for 2 days. Well, that's good. It looks like things are finally turning around there. That's good news. All right, let's check it out. HG, going to see Jay. How's it going to be for 2 days? All right, there you go. Sounds like everything is going well now. Sounds like everything's picking up over there. What is your random number? Because we're doing Lenormand, so random numbers are suddenly important. What is your random number? 7. You have the random number of 7. What is that looking like? Oh, I need room. I need more room. I need more room on this table, especially when I have to move this thing around all the places. All the places I have to move this thing around. Your random number is 7. Let's go up here to the 7 and do that. All right. Staying together for 2 days. That's awesome. Guess we could use the love card. Annie Law. Hello. How's it going? Brianna. Hey, how are you doing? All right. See, I don't have to worry about telling you what card or what deck I'm using or anything. I just sort of go. That's what I do here. I just sort of go. All right. We could use, and we use the guy. All right, we use the guy there, and there. TTV, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see what's happening here. All right, now this is sliding all over the place, and this is why I don't do Lenormand all the time. It's just sliding everywhere. It's all over the place, but let's check it out. So, how's it going to go? The moon, I think it's going to fulfill you emotionally. I think that a lot of the good news is going to sort of come around emotionally as far as, you've been wanting this, you've been waiting, you've been anticipating. There's a lot of things sort of back and forth, and you're just trying to catch up at this point with what you've been meaning to do and your goals and to, have them around and have Jay in your life and things like that. So You've been waiting for this, so it's going to be a bit of an emotional moment as far as that's concerned too, and it's going to be good for emotional connections and things going well. It looks very, well as far as that's concerned. Under that, you have the house, so I do think that you may bring up living together, right? You have the house right under the moon. I think that you may end up bringing that up, or you may end up sort of broaching that topic. Shaker Maker, hello. Chantel, hello as well. So I think you may broach that topic and to find out, how their initial reaction is going to go to that and all of that stuff. So it looks like it's going to be a very interesting time, to say the least, as far as that's concerned. So the next one is the sun with the tree. So you're sort of looking at just talking about, the situation. And I think that they're going to pick up the family situation, their family maybe. They're going to bring up some topics about that. And that's going to be sort of important to them as they sort of move in through this and talking about it. So, the reaction of the virus thing and how the family's going and all that other stuff is sort of going to come up. I think that's sort of on their mind. Their family could be on their mind and, being concerned about it, wanting to take care of them, make sure everything's okay during the time of crisis, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's going to be a topic as well. So this is over the clouds. As far as the future goes, I think that they may be a bit reticent to talk about the future, to talk about long-term relationships and things like that. So if you do broach the subject of living together, something like that, they may be a bit avoiding that at this particular point, or they may try to dodge that a little bit at this particular point. So you could sort of maybe just watch out and don't do any hot topics that they're not ready to discuss. Don't do anything that they're not ready to sort of walk into at this point. Just sort of take it easy, take it moment by moment, just like they do sometimes, and just enjoy how things are going. But I think it's going to be a good time and everything's going to go well as far as that's concerned. Just avoid any hot topics. And again, you see the snake under the man as well. And again, just avoid any arguments if things come up, treat them sort of gingerly. And the big thing here is to enjoy the time since you do finally have it, rather than, trying to bring up a bunch of topics or trying to organize the time or try to, progress things or force things. Let things just happen and naturally progress, right? Just naturally progress. And if something's uncomfortable to talk about, definitely don't do that, because you may find the snake at the other end of the topic, right? So just make sure and relax, take it easy, live moment by moment as far as that's concerned, and have some good memories to sort of take away from all of this, right? Some good memories to take away from all of this. I think also they could be having some issues with friends. So that may be a topic that they're going to bring up as well. So it looks like they're going to bring up maybe the family, being concerned about their family and whatnot with the crisis we're currently having, as well as some topics about friends. Maybe some of their friends are acting sort of odd or weird, or they're trying to catch up with friends, or they haven't catch up with friends. So expect sort of those two topics to come up. And again, don't bring out the snake. If your topic is going to be a bit, controversial, or a topic's going to be a bit heated, just sort of watch out where that goes. And again, just take it relaxed and enjoy the moment and just go forth and, just have some fun, basically. Have some fun. So you deserve this. You've been working towards this. You've been thinking about it. You've been anxious. So it's time to make some nice long-term memories with, with Jay. Just sort of hang out and enjoy that. And again, if any big topics come up and they're uncomfortable with it, may want to broach that some other time. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, love reading for April for TTV. Check that out. What is TTV's random number? Love reading for April. Not April the person, but the actual month of April. When is April? April is Wednesday. Ooh, I get, let's see, I get some Echoes of Nature stuff on Wednesday. What else do I get on Wednesday? Now, my lawnmower is still a long way away. They're not shipping my lawnmower. So I had to pay some guy to come mow my lawn because they're not shipping lawnmowers right now. Shipping is delayed. Everything is delayed because of COVID-19. We need to shut down the entire place and not ship any lawnmowers or anything else. All right. Okay. So let's see, we're doing that for love reading for April. We could check that out. Start here and just sort of fan out with some cards. There we go. All right, so TTV, we'll just put you there and just put some random cards here. Put some random cards down and see where it goes. There we go. I'll put the building there. All right. So let's see what we have. Oh, so we're talking about April is going to be about making friends. I think that you have opportunities. Wow, you have some social connections as well. Social connections as well. Reverend Niberia's belly. Oh, by the way, Brianna, I have Nymeria is now famous. Nymeria is on coffee cups, and you're going to have a t-shirt for sale and posters. What else did I have with Nymeria on it? I think I had a phone case. So I think I got the phone case and the cup. And they want like a super duper res image for these t-shirts. I'm working on it. Anyway, yeah, go to my community section. I got a link. So that's too funny. So I'm going to put all the graphics and all the art on t-shirts and whatnot. Anyway, just in case, because I want a coffee cup. I want more than one coffee cup. I'm making a big change in my life. I'm getting a second coffee cup, and I'm going to get it with Nymeria on one side and that other cat with a mouse on the other side. Anyway, so April is all about making friends. I think that you have an opportunity to get some friends that later become either friends with benefits or that become something bigger, right? That sort of transform into a larger relationship or more significant relationship. So, just kind of something fun as far as the month goes. So it is about friends and about the dog. And as we're sort of moving into the garden, it's about making those connections and things like that. So I think that previous relationships or some of the other relationships that you have been sort of been in before were not very communicative with you, right? So in other words, they weren't very open about their emotions. They weren't very open about how they wanted the relationship to go. Are they a bit closed down, or they're trying to, just be a bit evasive about a lot of different things, right? Because we have the stork, which should be some good information, some good news coming, is sort of obscured by clouds. No Pink Floyd pun intended. By the way, Pink Floyd Obscured by Clouds, one of my favorite albums of all time. Okay, bad joke. If you're not old like me and you don't know what Pink Floyd Obscured by Cloud is, just skip right over that joke and let's continue. So yeah, you do have some people that just weren't very good with communicating with you. They were very evasive and they didn't like talking about subjects and they avoided it and they almost like avoided conflicts and whatnot. So I think you're sort of going to be going through that, and I think you're going to sort of get through that. And again, April is going to be about making friends that sort of turn into something more serious or, turn into something a little bit better, right? All right, so what is above you and what is below you? Below you, you're concerned about work or sort of concerned about resources at the current time, right? Brianna, hello. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. We ask for this for tarot. I want to see what Lenormand says. Pursue a career in creative writing. There you go. There you go. I forgot what I said about creative writing. Well, no, actually, I didn't forget. I think I remember exactly what I said about creative writing. We'll see if it matches up with what I said previously. That'd be a miracle. All right. You're concerned about resources at the current time. I love Pink Floyd. There you go. You're concerned about resources at the current time as well, somewhat, right? How resources are going to go, how the crisis is going to turn up with your resources, how things are going to turn out in the long run as well. I think you also have some sort of a concern about either parents or some other else's parents or elders or something like that, as far as that is as well. So that's sort of on your mind and something that's sort of just brewing away down at the bottom of that as well. I think that you have an opportunity. Whoa, I think that I'm throwing cards on the floor. I think that you actually have an opportunity, or you're in communication, right? Look at this. You're in communication. We're in communication with a guy. Do you have a guy that you're talking to right now? I'm just asking. Because that is an interesting combination. Either you had it and it's not currently going, or it's coming up in the future. You have a communication with a guy. And this I think represents sort of social media or online or something long distance or something like that. I think that you have a opportunity to meet some dude online, meet some guy online, meet somebody online, and you're sort of worried, not worried, I just read your thing, grandmother on my mind, sorry. But I think that you do have a communication coming up with that, right? You do have a communication. The letter with the guy on top sort of just points me to a communication with somebody online that you're going to be talking to soon, and that could be possibility of the friend, or it could be something extra, or it could be something that sort of motivates you to sort of get started within this friendship combination thing that we're talking about, you know, as far as phase 1 and 2 here, right? So above you, what are the dynamics up here? One is that you're busy, you're really busy, and you have to sort of make time out of your day in order to get some of this done, right? You're going to have to make some time, and that's sort of going to be difficult for you because a lot of times you just don't want to waste your time. You want to have things perfect, or you want to have things go well at every single stage, and your current, you know, sometimes you're just worried about wasting your time and using it up on somebody that's going to be a complete dead end. And you want this guarantee that it's not going to happen. But in real life, there are no guarantees. I mean, a lot of times we do talk to people that are just dead ends, and we waste a lot of time on that. So you got to be sort of careful with that and not really sort of pan people too quickly just to make sure that they're perfect, right? Don't pan them very quickly. Just give them that extra chance, or give them that extra chance anyway. So yeah. Extra with the guy, like, well, there you go. With women, you know, I'm talking about. Anyway, basically it just points to the relationship. I didn't ask, but basically, you know what I mean. So just make sure that, you know, you don't pan somebody just because they're going to waste your time, and make sure that you make some time to actually put in the effort and put in the required type of thing that you need to do in order to get these relationships started, to get a relationship sort of going in the first place. So, you know, give that time, give that priority as well. I think that you may have as well somebody sort of coming into your life, which is interesting. I think that you have someone coming into your life as well that could be a pretty blatant, obvious opportunity for dating. So they just sort of arrive, right? The writer, we just sort of arrive and hit the ground running. And I think you're going to have maybe one of those opportunities as well. So I just think you have a few things going on. We have a few things that are just sort of, you know, make sure this, make sure that. But overall, I mean, April's looking pretty good. There's a lot of opportunities. There's not a lot of bad cards. There's not, you know, bad relationship cards, because Lenormand has plenty of them. But everything is looking pretty good. I mean, you could have got the snake, you could have got the fox, you could have got the mountain, you could have got a ton of stuff, and you didn't get any of that. So I think it's really good that overall that was a very good reading, I think. I think it was a very good reading. So if you're looking for a pretty good month to pan out and to have things happen, I think that April's may be your month indeed. All right, so Brianna wants to know, writing. What did I say the last time? Brianna, what did I say? Writing. Okay. Creative writing. We asked you, Tara wants to say, Lenormand said, pursued a career in creative writing. Let's check that out. I'm not really sure. I think that I said that it would be good, but you needed inspiration. Don't just, okay, here's what I said last time, I think. It would be good, but you need the inspiration. You can't just write just to write. You needed the inspiration, right? Wasn't that what I said the last time? And then I said that don't get discouraged when you post it to several places and it gets rejected. So, Vissa Delicious, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Should I end my relationship? Well, there's a yes-no question right there. All right, we'll do that after Brianna's writing skills. But I said to post it to several places and don't get discouraged. In other words, don't post it to one place, they reject you, and then you're like, all right, screw this. So I think that was what the summary of what I said the last time. So let's find out if we get the same thing. If you get the same thing. But I'm glad you don't remember. But actually, I do remember. I just said it, I think. I'm pretty sure that that was correct. I think so. If I'm totally off, let me know. No, that wasn't me. Oh, okay. Well, what did I say to you for the last time? What did I say for you to the last time, then? All right, let's get the book. You're number 20, by the way. We're going to put the book there. We'll put the book there. And we'll go for that. We'll go with how here. All right. I'll tell you what I said after. Not going to give me a hint. Oh, man. And I made that coffee cup too. Now Miriam's on a coffee cup. And I got stiffed. I got stiffed for hints. I got stiffed, and I worked all that time. I worked a whole 10 minutes to put Namiri on a coffee cup. Rowan's Impressions, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Let's see. What are we doing with creative writing? You landed, by the way, right on the tower. That's a good thing then. That's a good thing then. It basically means that writing would be a stabilizing force in your life. It would be something where you could rely on it. It would be something to where you could be have a stabilizing factor, so you're not worried about, can I do this or can I do that, or am I going to have a job tomorrow or something like that. You have a very stable groundwork, a very stable thing as far as writing is concerned there, right? And that's going to be true. That's going to be true. As far as that's concerned as well. So, Brianna, you're like all the way over here. Brianna, I'm right here. You got to focus. You got to focus. Are you the type that opens a book and like skips to the end? Is that you? Is that you? Like if you get a novel, do you go right to the last 10 pages and just sort of peruse through the ending? I mean, because you're over here and I'm over here. I'm just saying. So it's going to be a stabilizing effort. And that's going to be true for you because writing, there's always people buying books. Even when the economy's down, even when you're stuck at home, even when you're quarantined and have no toilet paper, you still like books, especially if you don't have toilet paper, because you can use the book pages. After you're done reading it, everybody's out of stock on toilet paper. What are you going to do with a book? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm a practical guy here. But people buy books even when, like I bought, I think 3 Kindle books already. The Kindle's not going to replace toilet paper, but regular books. Okay. Now we're on to the next. We're not on this card yet, by the way. Did I remind you that we're not over here yet? We're right here. See? So right here, we have the child with the garden. Now, this is interesting. It points you to writing children's books. Have you considered this? Have you considered kids' books? Children's books. Yeah, that's true. It's true. I rented 2 movies. Children's books, I think, could be your forte. We have a lot of influence over here. Now, before I skip to this, let's go over here. Just because. I think Indigo, hello, how's it going? So, looking at the moon into the birds, I think that you're going to get a bit too emotional about how the things go, and you're going to get a bit too wrapped up in it. You're going to be, hey, I don't like this part. I don't like this and that. CM, hello, how's it going? My social life after stay-at-home orders are over. So I think that this is going to be a bit emotional for you. You're going to be all upset about getting rejected. You're going to be all freaked out about things going wrong or things not prepared correctly or stuff like that. And you got to disassociate that. If you're going to make money, you need to make money. You need not to waste your time with a bunch of emotions. So, that sounds crazy, but that's true, right? You get it done at work. Sometimes I'm really pissed. Sometimes some stuff happens that just ticks me off, but I continue to work. I don't get emotional with it. I'm like, all right, having a bad day. I screwed this up. Somebody yelling at me because I screwed it up. Okay, let's move on. Let's continue on the path. Okay, so you have to do that. You have to continue on the path. You can't be dissuaded. You can't be freaked out over every little thing about that, right? All right, now let's go from the children to the cross and the mountain. I think making money is delayed. I think we have the mountain, right? I think making money is delayed. And that's going to be a determining factor for you because you're going to be like, you know what? I don't want to do this. Making money is delayed. I don't want to do it anymore. It's delayed. I'm not making any money. Why am I wasting my time with this, right? Which is where I was, by the way, with what? which is where I was with what? With what? Which is where I was with what? Oh, that's right. With the, hang on, with the echoes of failure. But I persevered and I got through it. I persevered and I got through it. Did I want to give up at certain times? Absolutely. Absolutely. Did I persevere through it? Yes. And I made it through. And we're shipping decks, we're shipping books, and everything worked out fine. So there's your reading. There is your reading. Viso Delicious, thank you for your donation. Should I end my relationship? Well, let's find out. Let's see. Let's go V. No, not B, V. Should I end my relationship? Let's find out. Your random number is 36. Well, we're going to the bottom of this. Going down to the bottom with the cross. Well, you know, I'm not giving you an immediate answer, but that's not looking good so far. But let's throw down some cards and see what we got. Throw down some cards and see what we got. Give them a good mix here. The echoes of failure. See, you never know. You never know until you persevere through it. You can't just stop just because things aren't going well. And you thought the cross was going to be terrible. By the way, the cross is back. Gracia, hello. Thank you for your comment on my video. I greatly appreciate it. All right, break it up time. Well, we can put, you know, just going to go random. Just going to go random. Everybody's going to get mad at me for going random on this, but I'm going random. Because there's a cross there. It's why I'm going random. All right. Let's figure it out here. Oh, my. Well, okay, that is interesting. That is not interesting. And that is sort of interesting. Dragon, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that. All right. So the cards are basically saying, do you feel abused? Do you feel abused? Do you feel this is going anywhere? The card's asking a question, actually, right? The card is asking a question here. And it's asking you, how do you feel with this whip? Do you feel like you're going through a pattern of abuse? Do you feel like you're going through a section to where it's just arguments? Has the relationship descended into a state of only arguments, which were represented by the whip? So, you know, is this where you're at? Is everything else been drained? So you have sort of the bottom, the bottom of the pot to where all the gunk is. Is that where the relationship is, basically? Is it the whip? Is it a lot of arguments, a lot of difficulty, a lot of things? Then the cross means that it could be time to think about think about making a decision on all of that. By the way, entertainment purposes only, never make a relationship decision based upon a pretty cards on a pretty cloth. You know, I'm just saying. Emily, welcome. Hello. How's it going? Emily, are you a supporter? Did you buy the Echoes of Nature? I remember seeing an Emily today that I needed to ship, and I was wondering if they were on the stream or not. Anyway, but right here, you have a lot invested in this, right? You have a lot of invested in this. And it's something that, how long have you been doing this? Is this your anchor? Is this person your anchor? Is this person somebody who you can't really imagine being without? Is it somebody that really sort of evens out your life to where you go about life, and if they're not there, it's something to where you just feel alone, really alone, because they sort of complete you, and a lot of things have happened. 12 years, wow, that is a lot of time. Yeah, so I mean, you could be in a situation where this person is your anchor. They're trying to be that stability, and they're trying to do that. If that's the case, maybe getting this whip and trying to eliminate it is a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing, is indeed, because if the relationship has descended into just the whip, maybe it's time to fix it if this person is your anchor. So again, we're asking questions here. It's almost like that the Lenormand sort of wants decisions to be made based upon sort of this pathway or a separation. So we have that with the 22, right? With the with the crossroads and the fish. Is this somebody that you can replace? Is this somebody that you can replace? So the fish is an individual person amongst a big crowd of people, right? So it's sort of like an entrepreneurial spirit, And the cards are asking you here, is this person, Emily, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. I was busy on Lenormand night. Normally it's dead. Is this person an individual amongst the crowd? In other words, do they stand out? If I had to break up with this person, could I find somebody else that unique? Are they that unique that they really stand out, that they really made a difference, that they really improve things? The crossroads says, if I do choose to go a separate way, by the way, this is the crossroads. This is a better representation of it, right? So if I do choose to go this direction or that direction or this direction, am I going to find somebody like that again? So that's another question you should ask. And if you have children as well, they are going to be key here. How will children be affected? How will the younger generation be affected by this as well? So it's a lot of questions here that we sort of come into, and we have to ask ourselves if you want to terminate a relationship or not, right? So just go back and rewatch it if you need to. Rewatch those questions and sort of answer those. And then I think that you're going to come to your own conclusion, because there's a lot of good questions that the cards have asked us. And as we sort of process this and look at this from a variety of ways, I think that you're going to come to your answer. Anyway, thank you for your donation and your question. I think that was a great question. And I think the cards really spoke out on that question. They really wanted to give you an answer. And I think they did, hopefully. So see how all that goes. Which deck is this? This is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand by Ciro Marchetti. This is also his cloth as well. So, Rowan's impressions. I was wondering what's in store for me. All right, let's find out. Cosmic YT, welcome. How is it going? All right. Rowan's impressions. So, RI wants to know what's in store for me. Let's find out. And I don't have to work tonight, so I can go long if we need to. What is in store for me? By the way, I went to the warehouse store today, and everybody was wearing masks. And, you know, I think for Halloween, I'm just going to get a full hazmat suit and just wander around in it. Courtney, hello. How's it going? What do I need to do for reading? Let's see. I do donations first, obviously, because they paid, and then I do random. So go ahead and throw down a question in chat. We'll see about it. So, Rowan's impression, what is your random number? Lenormand takes a long time to read. Your random number is 30. We're going to move over here to the parents. What's in store for me? The older generation, the wise. Here we go. What is in store for you? Let's see. Gonna go bike riding. All right. Be motivated. I'll have a good one as well. Let's find out about that. And see how's it going here. If we can come up with the... Oh, no, she's going to be in back, isn't she? No? Did I miss her? Yes, I missed her. All right. Well, that's interesting. All right. What's in store for me? Let's check it out. So, what is in store for you? Are you sort of younger or are you sort of older? And I asked that because you landed right on top of the lilies. I'm just curious. Are you a younger or are you sort of older? Are you in the younger range or are you in the little bit older range? Rowan's impressions. Let me know. How many Lenormand's decks do you have? 3. I have 3. Okay, so I think that you're in for some luck. I think that you're in for some good luck. And based upon what you say, this sort of determines what kind of luck you're talking about here. I think you're sort of in luck in the coming months, right? In the coming months. So I think that you could either, this is an interesting card combination. You could either know somebody who is maybe having a baby, or maybe something's happening with small children as far as this is concerned as well. It's almost like that you're sort of interacting with children, or you have some interactions with kids, and that is going to sort of lead you down a path that could be, beneficial. We just talked about maybe writing children's books over there with Brianna and type things. It seems like you could have some opportunities within that range. Not necessarily writing, but maybe you're talking to somebody and they give you an idea, and maybe you have an idea of, again, writing a children's book or doing something with children or having some thing as far as that's concerned. So you could have an opportunity with that. It could be your own. Yeah, it could be your own kids as well, right? You have 4 kids. So it could be another thing that you have to, as far as home life is concerned, one of your children has a great idea and you want to sort of pursue that idea, but that mixed with luck sort of indicates that it's almost like that they say something that really inspires you to go on some sort of either a business opportunity or a quest or something inspiring in your life that really sort of comes out in the next few months is that. I do think also that you have one particular friend or one particular person in your life that is sort of trying to be a bit manipulative after a while. So it comes out after a while that they're trying to be a bit manipulative and they're trying to get you to do some stuff that you really didn't want to do. And I think that's going to come to the forefront and sort of fanning it out as well. As well as I think that that you have some other opportunities as well sort of coming up. I think one of those could be something as far as, sort of a side job or a side opportunity. Could it be related to this? Maybe. But I do think that you have sort of a side opportunity coming. I think it's sort of related, right? Because it's right beside the person that's trying to manipulate you. I think that they're trying to get you into something, or they try to talk you into something that they want to do and sort of trying to get you to assist. And it's not really going to be beneficial to you. So you may want to sort of question that and double check and get a lot more detail before you commit to anything that seems like it's going to be, something obviously a larger scale or anything like that. Anyway, CM, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Social life stay-at-home orders is over. CM, there you go. All right. Social life after the virus, post-virus social life. And your random number, by the way, is 27. We're hanging out over here in the 30s. We're hanging out over here in the 30s. So there we go. So we're over here on 27. It's raining today in colder weather. It is cold here too. And it's April. Why is it still cold in April? I'm not really sure. Haley, welcome. How's it going? Bountiful Sea Turtle. Mel, Cosmic already said hello. And Courtney, just saying hi to everybody. I think we could go random on this as well. Go for 26, 27, 28, and 29 and figure all of that out. All right, there we go. So what do we have? What are we looking at here? Oh, so 27 was your number. So your social life, I actually think you're going to have less, something's going to happen with your social life. I think during this process, you need to make sure and keep up with the people that you really want to hang out with, the people that you really care for, and things like that. Don't cut off communication with them, right? Keep them in touch. Keep them sort of rounded out with all the information that you have. Check to see how things are going and stuff like that. I think this is a unique opportunity to catch up with some friends that you haven't talked to in a while, or meet some people that you haven't met in a while, sort of thing. So one of the difficulties, I think, that when we're isolated or when we're alone, when we're stuck at the house, is we really don't keep up with people. Now we feel this isolation, and maybe we don't keep up with, some friends that we want to go out with later or things like that. And if we don't, then it's sort of this awkward situation after this is over. And you're like, hey, how did you survive that? And they're thinking, I survived that just fine. Where were you? Where were you where were you doing all of this? You really didn't contact me, check to see how I was doing and things like that. So it's important not to cut off communication with those people that you're going to be friends, right? That you're going to be talking to, that you're going to be going out with, and things like that as well. I think this is an opportunity as well to get on some of the sites where people meet each other, like meetup.com or some other places, maybe some Facebook groups that you're in, to where people meet each other and hang out. And you can sort of make a presence there. And even though you're isolated, you can be online, and everybody else is doing the same thing, right? They're online because there's no other place to talk to people. And you can meet a couple of unique people and some fun people that you can end up meeting after this is over and expand your social life. So just because you're at home doesn't mean you can't pre-plan or sort of, get a bit of social thing going. And then when everybody wants to get out, I mean, when this is over, everybody is getting out. Everybody is getting out. And during that process, now you have some people that you've been talking to. You're like, hey, virus is over. I see, you said that you signed up on Facebook group that you're going to this event. I'm going too. Let's meet up. They'll be like, sure, that's cool. So again, I think it's an opportunity for you to make friends in advance or make some contacts to get the people that you care for, make sure that they're okay. Get the people that you enjoy hanging out, friends, and start making some preliminary plans. Hey, after the virus is over, let's go check out, this movie that's coming out in a couple of months, or let's go to this concert, whatever, right? Whatever. So I think you can do this while you're at home. You can make sure and not cut off the people that, you sort of want to go out with afterwards, because it is going to be sort of awkward that you weren't around, you didn't ask, and you weren't very active with me. And now all of a sudden the virus is over, you want to go out. So just make sure and don't get in that situation is what it's saying. Anyway. All right. Just saying hi. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much, Dragon. You are awesome as always. I appreciate that. Is there new love coming to me? Emily wants to know. New love or not? What is your random number 2? We're going way up top. Random number 2. All right. We are up here in the numero dos. Numero dos. Let's figure out that. There we go. All right. Move there. All right. We can do random again. Let me shuffle. Get some random again. What is your love life looking at? What's coming with the love life? VBGB, sending all my love and good energy to all you guys and gals. Thank you so much, VBGB. Appreciate that. Lisa, hello. How's it going? Lisa, you're just in time. You are just in time. Hey, my watch is celebrating. Look, I made a goal. I stood. My watch thinks I stood. Yay, because I'm shuffling cards. It's all excited. It's like he stood up. Let's celebrate. Yay. But in fact, I'm just shuffling cards, Mr. Watch. Just shuffling cards. Larry, have a great evening, my friend. We'll see you tomorrow on your stream. All right. It is all excited about me shuffling cards. Okay, we're doing random. We're just going random tonight. Everybody that knows Lenormand is going to be yelling at me because I didn't do proper, but I'm lazy. You should know that. If you're watching, you should know that I'm lazy. All right. What are we doing here? We are doing Lenormand. Okay. Is there new love coming into my life? Well, now. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. What? That's weird. And that's weird. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting reading for sure. Is there new love coming into my life? Well, going to be a bit of delay. I think you actually had an opportunity for one, but it didn't quite work out. And I don't know. It doesn't tell me why it didn't work out, but you had either an opportunity or a previous relationship or things were going pretty well. And then it just sort of stopped. And then it didn't quite work out the way you wanted it to work out. So I think that you do have some opportunities as far as love is concerned. You do have some opportunities as far as love is concerned, sort of coming in, right? One of which is going to be, now this is an interesting combination, one of which is going to be messages that you get. This could be social media. It could be somebody that you've known before. And I'm tempted actually to say that this is somebody that you've known before, And it's somebody that maybe you had some difficulty getting a relationship started, or maybe you had some difficulty dating, or things didn't quite work out 100% how you wanted them to work out. And I think that person's going to come out back into your life, and you're going to have an opportunity for love. Now, is that new love that you were asking about? No, but I do think that you have this opportunity with this person. I think it's going to work out pretty well. I think it's going to work out fairly well. And one of the main key factors here, it's like that they traveled away and then they're traveling back, right? Because we do have sort of, the ship, right? They're traveled away and now they're traveling back. So they could have gone on a vacation, they could have gone and moved, and then they're sort of coming back, or you could be moving and then you run into them again. But there's some movement involved, and when they get back, or when that happens, then you have, again, some communication with this person, and you're all excited to see them again. And the relationship didn't quite work out the last time, or the potential relationship didn't work out. In other words, it could have been something that was potentially good, but it didn't work out for you. So you like the person and they didn't like you, or it didn't quite work out. It's kind of awkward, but you have basically a part 2 of that interaction sort of coming up. So, you're meeting this person again. I think the relationship is going to go quite well, right? We have a good indicator over here that if you sort of want to jump into this relationship, it'll go well. I think you have some hesitancy naturally because of how it went the last time, or because it didn't work out 100% the last time. You're sort of like, do I really want to jump into this? Is there something I really want to do? Is this something that's going to be good news for me because it wasn't the last time? But yeah, just give it another shot and see if that'll work out. But you do have somebody returning that you have known before, or that you either tried before. Basically, yeah. So new love, no. Old love, yes. There you go. All right. Shaker Maker has no date questions. I remember Shaker Maker had let's see. All right, a question the other day. Shaker, you had a question the other day, I remember. About love. We did an exhaustive love reading for you there. So Courtney, trying to send you a donation, how? Click the $sign over here. Click the $sign over there. Send it for your chat. A lot of chat. This is good. Internet back up just in time until quarantine's over. That's right. No new love until the quarantine's over. And Brianna went bike riding. I have that deck still learning. Okay. Can't believe hairdressers are essential. There you go. Well, Emily, thank you so much. I appreciate your donation again. Thank you so much. All right, so we want to do an ending soon. I think this will be the last one. Any questions? Anybody have a question? Throw it out. Throw it out into chat. I'm scrolling and scrolling, trying to find some more questions. What's in store for me? We got that one. We got that one. Back in contract. High-level soulmates. Okay. Anybody have any questions? We'll just hang out here till we see a question, till we see something, anything. We'll spread the cards. You want to see the money trick? I do the money trick like every night, though. Oh, you know what people wanted to see? They wanted to see the Rubik's Cube trick. There you go. Everybody wanted to see the Rubik's Cube trick. We can do that. We can do that. Somebody was all upset. They're like, you never show the Rubik's Cube trick anymore. Well, there you go. All right. So, if you want the Rubik's Cube trick, we can do the Rubik's Cube trick. That's fine. That's fine. I can do that. All right. So it starts out with a Rubik's Cube. So who's pretty good at the Rubik's Cube? Is anybody in chat good at solving these things? Because these things are fairly complex, right? These things are fairly complex to solve. And the good news is that when you have a smaller Rubik's Cube, you can solve it very quickly, very quickly. And the world record is, I think, a couple of seconds or something like that. But we can solve it even quicker with this method here, with the fist. With the fist. We just pound the fist on it, right? So you go 1, 2, 3. And it solves the Rubik's Cube into candies. And if you like candies, everybody likes little candies. Everybody likes the little candies. Then, you know, that's how it goes. Rubik's Cube trick. There you go. Absolutely nobody wants to see it, but sure. There's the Rubik's Cube trick. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. After lockdown to get together. Okay. Will my son ever leave home? Well, that's an interesting question. Let's find out. And then we're rounding it out. Will my son ever leave home? MC. I'm assuming so. I'm assuming so. By the way, your random number is going to be what? It's going to be 4. We're still up here. Oh, look, your random number is 4. It's the home. All right. Great for kids' parties. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's great for kids' parties because the kids will try to eat the candy. And it's plastic. And they'll choke on it, and I get sued. So maybe not so much for the kids' parties. But it's good in the hands. When people hold out their hands and you put the Rubik's Cube in there, and then they end up with a bunch of candy in their hand. That's fun. That's fun. It's good for walk around. But then they drop the candy on the floor and people step on it and there's more problems. So I use it only for outside pretty much. Only outside. The reason is, and I'm getting into magician logistics, by the way. So here's magician logistics. If you have a bunch of candy in the Rubik's Cube and you do that in somebody's hand, they love it and they get excited and they drop candy onto the carpet floor. And then people step on it, and then the person that paid you to be there is very angry at you because there's gooey chocolate candy mushed into their expensive carpet, or the venue's expensive carpet as well. So, you know, it's things you don't think about until you're actually a magician. Anyway. All right. So the question that we got, you did a donation and you don't see it. Uh-oh. Courtney, what is your question? Courtney, tell me your question when I get my phone, because my phone is probably where it's located. Give me 1 minute to get my phone. Okay. Am I right or live on your channel? All right, Courtney, I see your donation. What is your question? I'm assuming that your question is not a Rubik's Cube question. Well, let me know, Courtney. I see your donation. Thank you so much, Courtney. I appreciate that. If you could repeat your, if you could repeat that. So the person's leaving home. So your number was 4, by the way. Your number was 4. And you have a friend. I think ultimately one of their friends is going to prompt them to move home, or move out of the house. One of their friends is going to want to go in on rent somewhere, want to live somewhere with them, and the friend is the one that drags them away from home. And it's almost like that they're trying to keep it from you, which, you know, whatever. I don't know why. It's almost like that. It's not planned very well, and it may not go 100% perfectly, but I think they work it out, and in the end, I think everything's all right, right? I think that they basically don't have enough resources to move out once they decide to do it, so you have this conflicting thing to where they want to move out, they don't have the resources, they're trying to save it up, and drama ensues, and they get into arguments, but ultimately they do move out. Your son does move out. So there you go. There's your sun moving out. Now we're waiting for Courtney's question. Thank you for your donation, Courtney. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, what is in store for me? That's your question? All right, let's do that. What is in store for you? CH wants to know, what is in store for me? Hopefully not a Rubik's Cube trick. So what is your lucky number today? It is 22. Your lucky number is 22. What is in 22? What do we have for the 22 spot? We have the crossroads. Looks like you're about to make a decision. It looks like there's some decision making in store. Some decision making in store for you. Let's find out what it's about with random cards. With random cards. Slay your existence. That's a good name. So yeah, look for the friend. Make sure they save up enough money. Make sure to rent out their room after they move out so they can't move back in. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't take me seriously. It's an entertainment venue. It's an entertainment channel. All right. Let's figure out what is in store for you. Well, okay. It's almost like you have choices of residence, like you're trying to move somewhere, or you're trying to figure out where to move, or you have opportunities, or you have some decisions to make about your house, or you have some decisions to make about where you're living, or where you're currently living, where you're being, where you're going, things that are around your stability, around your home, around where you live, around where you stay. You have some decisions to make around that. And some of the decisions are because of some delay that happened or something that happened as far as in the past. It's almost like something that affected where you are or affected where you're living, and things need to be decided right now because it's almost like either things maybe have been neglected or things didn't go right or things were in turmoil, and you're trying to sort of fix that and trying to get that back into place. And now you have to make some decisions around your house. One of the key factors of making this decision is that when you start to do it, some of the information you have is not correct. It's like some of the information that you have you thought was right, it's not correct. There could be some challenges as far as the accuracy of some of this information that you have been given. You also have some information that people aren't telling you. So I think that you're getting sort of this one-sided bit of information and you're trying to act on it, and it's not accurate because it's only one side. So you're trying to figure out how to do this, or you're trying to figure out what to do with this information. And as you're sort of progressing through that process, you just get into weird situations across that. I think ultimately, the people that are important to you assist you with this or guide you in this process. Or if you're living with somebody, they could be the person that sort of guides you and helps you through this process. If not, then you also could be in a situation to where you have an individual come forth from the crowd, or an individual come forth in the situation that assists you with this. So basically you get assistance with this, and I think the assistance helps you through this process as well. You also have some conflicts maybe associated with the same situation or maybe not. I think that you have some disagreements with people and you're trying to figure those out, or it's almost like somebody is just mean to you, or somebody is just disagreeable person overall, but it's almost like that you're stuck with this person, like you have to talk with this person for some reason. And it's going to get into a situation to where you eventually get over that, or you get through that process. So if somebody's being mean to you, they sort of stop and they're sort of like, I'm sorry. Or if they are disagreeable, they become more agreeable. But basically over time, you get into a situation where the person cheers up, or they're not as quiet as a butthole as you thought they were. So that's going to be important to you, because I think that this could be somebody that ends up being either is or ends up being important to you. And you're like, okay, finally they cheered up, or finally this person gets this, the stick out of their butt, or whatever. So Yeah, your husband. Your husband. Okay. So I think that they become a bit more agreeable. And I think that's because, could be again related to the home situation. Could be related to getting help and getting assistance with the other situation. Could be related to a lot of things. Could be related to being home with the virus. Could be related to a job change because of the virus. It could be related to a lot of different things. But I think they sort of take a bit of that humble pie back and drink a bit of that Kool-Aid, and they become a bit more of a bit more of an influential factor or a good factor in life, rather than somebody that's just sort of you're at arms with, or you're sort of trying to keep it at arm's length because of all this stuff that sort of goes along with that. Anyway, so I appreciate your donation. I think you're new to the channel. If you are new to the channel, by the way, please hit the like and subscribe. I have 700 videos. 700 videos to choose from. 700 videos to choose from. So if you like tarot, Lenormand, you like Thoth, you like readings, you like anything, it's probably on the channel. You like art. If you like art, if you like these pictures, we got a, this is mine. I painted that, and I painted that, and I painted that, and all these, right? So if you like art, if you like tarot, if you like Lenormand, if you like painting, if you like cards, always something on the channel. Yes, I painted that. That is my painting. Let's hold it up. Let's hold it up. Yes, I did paint that. So do you like the cloth? I actually have a tutorial on how to do cloth, by the way. So I teach you how to do this cloth. Anyway, so if you like any of that stuff, hit subscribe and hit like. I greatly appreciate everyone hanging out with me. How long have you been doing readings? Oh, a long time. 15 years? Something like that. Anyway, thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you tomorrow night.